In this lecture, I would like to discuss about the potentiometry second experiment, which is given in the physical chemistry practical. The aim of the experiment is to determine the amount of a given strong acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid, by potentiometric titration using Quinn Hydron electrode. So in this experiment, we are going to determine the strength of the strong acid, hydrochloric acid, by performing the potentiometric titration. Generally, we determine the strength of the acid by titrating it with base, that is volumetric titration. But in this experiment, we are going to determine the amount of the given strong acid by potentiometric titration with the help of the potentiometer, by measuring the EMF of a cell and using the Quinn Hydron electrode. So now let us see first of all what is a Quinn Hydron electrode. In this method, cell is set up which consists of two electrodes. One, it is a Quinn Hydron electrode, that is also called as an indicator electrode, and other it is a reference electrode. So reference electrode, it is a saturated calomel electrode, and the indicator electrode, that is a Quinn Hydron electrode. We have to construct a cell. In potentiometry experiment, it is necessary to construct the cell. So let us see how we can construct here the cell. So I would like to show to you the construction of a cell here. Chemical cell. Construction of a chemical cell. Okay. Chemical cell is set up in this way. So the two electrodes, one it is a Quinn Hydron electrode, one it is a Quinn Hydron electrode, and other it is a calomel electrode. And calomel electrode, it is called as a reference electrode. Calomel electrode, it is called as a reference electrode because this calomel electrode has a known potential. The potential of the calomel electrode, E cal, it is equal to 0.242 volt. Okay. So let us construct the cell here. It can be represented in this way. Saturated calomel electrode onto the left hand side, then salt bridge, then Quinn Hydron electrode. So Quinn Hydron electrode, it is represented as hydroquinone, quinone, and hydrogen ion solution, then platinum electrode. So platinum electrode, it is connected to the positive terminal, means this Quinn Hydron electrode, it is connected to the positive terminal of the potentiometer. This is Quinn Hydron electrode. This is Quinn Hydron electrode. And now this is calomel electrode, reference electrode. Okay. So in this way, we have to construct the cell. Now let us see first what is a Quinn Hydron electrode. Generally, Quinn Hydron electrode can also be represented, the single electrode, it is represented in this way. Platinum, hydroquinone, quinone, and hydrogen ion solution, aqueous solution. Now, how this Quinn Hydron electrode is constructed? It is very simple. In a beaker, we have to take. In a beaker, we have to take the 100 ml beaker first. And in that 100 ml beaker, we have to take the acid solution, HCl solution. Okay. Acid solution. Suppose that we have taken 10 ml of the diluted acid solution. Okay. And in this solution, we have to add a pinch of quinhydrone powder. Pinch of quinhydrone powder. Okay. Pinch of quinhydrone powder. Then there is a formation of the saturated solution of the quinhydrone. Very small quantity, around 0.5 gram it is required. 0.5 gram of the quinhydrone powder it is required here. It should be added into this and dip the platinum electrode. So this is platinum electrode. Okay. Platinum electrode, it is an inert electrode. Now in another beaker we have to take saturated potassium chloride solution. Take the another beaker 100 ml, and in that 100 ml beaker we have to take 50 ml of saturated KCl solution, 50 cm cube, or half beaker of saturated potassium chloride solution, because we are going to construct here the calomel electrode and dip the calomel electrode here. Calomel electrode. Okay. Now connect it to the negative terminal of the potentiometer, and it is to the positive terminal of the potentiometer, quinhydrone electrode, and dip the salt bridge. So this is the experimental setup. Okay. The two electrodes, calomel electrode, you can see this is connected to the negative terminal, and this quinhydrone electrode, it is connected to the positive terminal. Okay. So we are going to determine the strength of the HCl that is to be taken here, the amount of the HCl present here, by titrating this with the solution of the NaOH, potentiometric titration. Okay. So let us see here the quinhydrone electrode. In this case, this is the indicator electrode, and this quinhydrone electrode can be represented by this way, where H2Q, it is hydroquinone. Okay, it is C6H6O2 hydroquinone, and it is this is C6H6OH twice. C6H6OH twice. Okay. C6H6OH twice. Its structure can be represented in this way. Okay. Hydroquinone. So this is hydroquinone. Okay. Hydroquinone. So this is C6H4, C6H6O2, correct. And quinone. Okay. Removing the two hydrogen from this. So quinone can be represented in this way. Okay. This is quinone. So let us see the reaction of this quinhydrone electrode. Okay. So this quinone C6H4O2. This is C6H4O2. Okay. Combined with two hydrogen ions, reduction reaction, and there is a formation of this hydroquinone. So in the reduction reaction or redox reaction, this quinone, it is converted to the hydroquinone. Okay. So during the titration, the change in the electrode potential depend upon the quantity of the hydrogen ion which is present into the solution. Okay. So let us see what are the requirements here to perform this experiment. Of course, we require 0.1 normal NaOH solution, because we are titrating the acid with NaOH. 0.1 normal NaOH solution. Then we require HCl solution. We are going to determine the strength of the HCl. Calomel electrode, that is the reference electrode. Platinum electrode, that can be dipped in the solution of the saturated solution of the quinhydrone. Quinhydrone powder, that is a blackish colored powder. Okay, that is a blackish colored powder. We require only, we have to add only 0.5 gram here. Okay, see. Salt bridge, that is also the requirement. So let us see the procedure for this. First of all, we have to fill the burette with 0.1 normal NaOH solution. Then you are given a solution of the HCl. You have to dilute that solution up to the mark with 100 ml by adding the distilled water. Okay, in the standard measuring flask. Pipette out 10 ml in a beaker. Take the 100 ml beaker, and in that 100 ml beaker, take the 10 ml of the HCl solution, diluted HCl solution. 10 ml of diluted HCl solution. Okay, and in that HCl solution, we have to add the 25 ml of the water here. Okay, then we have to add a small quantity of the quinhydrone powder here. Quinhydrone powder. Okay, quinhydrone powder we have to add it here. Okay, we have to add here a pinch, very small quantity in this acid solution. Then this solution, it is saturated with quinhydrone. This is a saturated solution because quinhydrone, it is not soluble. So saturated solution, it is formed here. Saturated solution of quinhydrone. Then insert the platinum electrode in that solution. Take another 100 ml beaker, and in that beaker we have to take the saturated KCl solution and dip the calomel electrode into that. Connect the calomel electrode to the negative terminal. Then in that two beakers put the potassium chloride salt bridge. Okay, so this is the cell represented in this way. Calomel electrode, this is quinhydrone electrode. Okay, then we have to standardize the potentiometer, and we can measure the EMF of the cell. Okay, let us see now. Diagrammatically, I would like to show this. So this is the digital potentiometer. It is a digital potentiometer. So we can perform the experiment. So I already explained, we have to take the two 100 ml beakers. So in 100 ml beaker, first of all, we have to take saturated solution of KCl here, half beaker. Saturated solution of KCl. Okay, saturated KCl solution here. Then dip the calomel electrode into this. Calomel, which is the reference electrode, it is having the known potential. In another beaker, take the 10 ml diluted solution of the HCl and add 25 ml of the distilled water. 10 ml of diluted HCl solution, okay, and 25 ml of the distilled water. Then add a pinch of quinhydrone powder. Quinhydrone powder, where quinhydrone electrode is formed here. Quinhydrone powder we have to add here. Once when we add the quinhydrone powder, immediately the solution becomes saturated. We have to stir the solution, then dip the platinum electrode. So this is now quinhydrone electrode. It can be represented in this way: platinum in contact with hydroquinone, quinone and hydrogen ions. This is the representation of this electrode, and this is calomel electrode. Now calomel electrode is connected to the negative terminal of this potentiometer, and this quinhydrone electrode, it is connected to this positive terminal of the potentiometer. Now dip the salt bridge here. We have to dip the salt bridge. Salt bridge makes the electrical contact between the two electrolytes. This is salt bridge. Okay. If we not dip this salt bridge, then we are not getting the readings here. This digital display shows the potentiometer, it is into the standard condition 1.018. Okay. Now we want to measure the EMF of the cell. Now keep this knob in upward direction. You are getting the readings here. Suppose that the first reading, the EMF of the cell, it is equal to 0.351 volt. This is our first reading, suppose. Okay. Now we have to take the burette here. In that burette, fill the 0.1 normal NaOH solution. Okay. 0.1 normal NaOH solution in the burette. Okay. Let us take the burette here. And that burette contain 0.1 normal NaOH solution. Okay. Here. And this is 0.1 normal NaOH solution. Okay. Now let us add the 0.5 ml of NaOH from the burette to this solution in this electrode, hadron electrode. And we have to stir the solution and measure the EMF. Okay. So suppose that that reading should be due to the addition of the NaOH. The concentration of the hydrogen ions get decreases here. So EMF of the cell, it is also reduces here. Suppose that this reading, it is 0.345 volt. Similarly, we have to add 0.5 ml of the NaOH every time. We have to add 0.5 normal of the NaOH. Now the third reading, suppose that it is 0.340 volt. So in this way, when we are going to add the NaOH solution from the burette, the EMF of the cell goes on decreasing. Okay. So in this way, we have to take the number of the readings here. Nearly about we have to take the 30 readings. Okay. Every time we have to add 0.5 ml of the NaOH from the burette here, check the solution and measure the EMF here in the digital display. We can see the reading here. So after 30 readings, let us see the observation table here. Okay. See the observation table here. Observations and calculations. Volume of acid pipetted out for titration. So we have taken 10 ml of the acid. So let us write here 10 ml, 10 centimeter cube. Normality of NaOH solution, it is 0.1 normal. In a burette, we have taken 0.1 normal NaOH solution. And we are adding that NaOH solution from the burette in the solution of the HCl. And potentiometrically, we are going to titrate that HCl solution with NaOH by measuring the EMF of the cell. So see observation number 1, without addition of NaOH here, suppose we are getting the reading 0.351 volt. Then add 0.5 ml of the NaOH from the burette. The reading, suppose it is 0.345. Then the reading, it is 0.340 like that. For 1.5, it is 0.335 volt. So in this way, EMF of the cell going to be decreasing because we are adding the NaOH from the burette. The H plus ions get neutralized. So concentration of the hydrogen ion will be going to be decreasing. Then you can see here the next, it is difference in volume, delta V, the difference between these two. Okay, so it is 0.5 here. 1.0 minus 0.5, it is 0.5 here. So this is 0.5 everywhere. Difference in the EMF delta E. So take the difference between these two. Okay. So 0.351 minus 0.345. So right here that difference. Okay. 0.351 minus 0.345. So suppose that that is equal to 0.006. Here 0.005. Okay, here 0.1 minute, 0.0011 here, 0.011 here. It is 0.016 here, like that. So we are getting delta E, difference between the two EMFs. Then take here delta E upon delta V. delta E upon delta V. So suppose here 0.006 divided by 0.5, write that calculation here. Then here pH it is also given. The formula of the pH it is given 0.4574 minus EMF of the cell divided by this. So just putting this EMF of the cell here, this value, we are getting the pH of the solution. Okay, so we can determine the pH of the solution also by calculating. So in this way, we have to complete this observation table. Okay. Now you can say this is the experimental setup here given already we have explained. This diagram, you can see this is the calomel electrode, saturated KCl solution. Okay. Then this is HCl solution saturated with quinhydrone. Solvent, it is dipped here, platinum electrode. This is calomel electrode. Okay. So we already explained this. Okay. Then after completing the readings, we have to plot the two graphs here. One graph, it is EMF versus volume of NaOH added. EMF versus volume of NaOH added. Okay. EMF versus volume of NaOH added onto the x-axis. So you can see here, as we are adding the NaOH from the burette, the EMF it is initially not vary, but after that it will be vary so much. It is going to be decreasing. Even it is reaches to the negative value there. Okay, when we are adding the NaOH, and this is the supposed to be the equivalence point we are getting here, Vx1. Okay. Then second graph, it is delta E upon delta V versus volume of NaOH added. So this is Vx2. So Vx it is equal to Vx1 plus Vx2 divided by 2. So we are getting here the equivalence point. See the calculation part here. The pH can be calculated using this equation. Then from the graph, we can determine Vx here. And this is the calculation part which is given. So in this way, we can determine the normality of the HCl by putting the Vx value here. Okay. We can determine the normality of the HCl. And finally, we can determine the amount of the HCl present. So you can see the result here, the equivalence point from the graph, delta E upon delta V against volume. Then second graph, EMF versus volume, this is not pH. We have to plot the graph of EMF versus volume. Okay. EMF versus volume. We can plot this graph also, no doubt. So let us write here EMF against the volume V here. So suppose that this is Vx1, this is Vx2. Okay. Then volume of 0.1 normal NaOH required, that is Vx. So we know that Vx it is equal to Vx1 plus Vx2 divided by 2. Okay. So suppose that we are getting Vx here 10.0 and amount, by doing this calculation, we are getting the amount of the HCl. By putting the value here, okay, we will get the amount of the HCl. So in this way, we can perform this experiment. Very simple experiment. By constructing the cell here like this, it is given here. We can construct the quinhydrone electrode. We can construct the calomel electrode, connecting calomel electrode to the this negative terminal and quinhydrone electrode to this positive terminal, and by measuring the EMF of the cell with the help of this digital potentiometer. So in this way, we can determine the strength of the HCl using quinhydrone electrode. Strength of the HCl using quinhydrone electrode. So actually, in this case, the EMF of the cell, it is depends upon the concentration of the hydrogen ion. As the concentration of the hydrogen ion, it is going to be decreasing, the EMF of the cell, it is also going to be decreasing. Okay, as the concentration of the hydrogen ion, it is going to be decreasing. The EMF of the cell, it is also going to be decreasing.